So I think the Lara Croft games, I really liked those games. I really did. And I like the Assassin's Creed games and I bought most of them. The problem with Assassin's Creed is their newer games are a bit disappointing. There's no more storyline. You're no longer following the whole looking for pieces of Eden. You are, but it doesn't matter. They just, and you can only, go to certain areas depending on your level, and then to level up, you spend days and days and days trying to level up. So it turned me away from the
It
franchise
became a
altogether.
grind fest, it sounds like.
Yeah. So for the original ones, you had your main storyline, and you do that. I don't recall them having side. Well,
Hmm.
they did have some side quests here and there, but that's it. But yeah, but this newer ones like Valhalla and I can't recall the name of the one that she's a Spartan. But yeah, you have to level up, and like they throw like level fives and six at you when you're a level one, and they kill you immediately. So and then
I
yeah,
think
and
you're
then
skipping
trying to
levels.
level up, I'm not, I really am not. And again, they do it by certain areas, and that is in the area they drop you off. So it's become really disappointing. And that Quantum Break one, I'm really into that. I wish I could kill this motherfucker. So I keep rage quitting on it, but this past couple days I've just given it a break. It's been helping. But I would like to finish that one as soon as possible.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So,
And oh, two. These are my top favorite games. Number two is the Wolverine game that came out in Xbox 360 or Xbox. It was the original Xbox, and it was based on the first Wolverine, the origin movie,
okay.
and it pretty much followed the movie. The cutscenes were still video game scenes, but they were probably they used a script from the movie, and it was voiced by Hugh Jackman. So
Cool.
that one was pretty cool. But my top game, favorite game of all time that I've spent countless time playing was Star Wars Episode 3.
Hmm.
That one, I don't know why I spent so much time playing it, but it was the first video game that I was actually that you can go from you pick a character, and when you finish the story you can go back and pick, you can play as Obi-Wan and finish the story, and it was just like Episode 3, but then you pick Anakin and you played it from his point of view, and some of the missions were different, but then it would finish different. It would, when he, famous line, "Stop it, Anakin! I have the high ground," and he says, "Don't underestimate my power." He literally jumps, and Obi-Wan misses, and he kills Obi-Wan.
I saw a video of that recently. That was
Interesting.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and so he turns into
Yeah.
Darth Vader, but not with the suit. And then after that, you unlock his yellow eyes and red lightsaber, and you play as Anakin. After that, you can pick which lightsaber color you want after you finish it.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
I got so many games that I love, but I feel like going back an old one, not super old, but um, Fight Night is around 2 or 3. That was a
Those are good.
Yeah.
great boxing game.
Yeah.
The way that you could control
Fight Night
the
Champion was good too.
I was more into the Fight Night, yeah, but it was such a good game.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, Fight Night Champion is 4. That one's
Oh
good.
yeah.
okay,
I only ever played round 3. It was a great game.
that's the one with De La Hoya in the front, right? De La
I
Hoya,
think so.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the one.
Because it
Yeah,
was the one that introduced the what the fuck did they call it? Total punch control, where all of your
yes,
punches were controlled through just the
yes.
Yeah, I used that a lot. The
You
haymakers.
felt like you were actually, your thumbs were the
Yeah.
ones punching, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going with going with that same controlling thing, like with the analog sticks. Skate. This was Skate 3 or when the first Skate game
Hmm.
came out.
Yeah.
Going after
Ooh.
Tony Hawk, you know, classic,
I
right?
was gonna say that.
Yeah.
But Skate brought up that controlling aspect of your skateboard and how you do an ollie, and it's the same thing of the analog stick controlling those characters, and then how you do flips and all that stuff.
Hmm.
I thought that was amazing, and I still play it every now and then when I turn on my PS3. Um,
The 2K games are.
That game. Favorite games? Well,
No, you're done.
this has been the Nerd Archive podcast, folks. We are done, and we are done forever. Yeah, no, itself. Yeah, Mario Brothers, in general, is like a really good series. Specifically, Mario Brothers 3, and then Super Mario World comes in for me at like a close second behind that. Those games are really, really amazing. And then the next one, I mean, the obvious choice for me, and I know some people that'll listen to this will probably groan. It's like, oh, the nostalgia goggles, blah, blah, blah. Legend of Zelda, specifically Ocarina of Time for the N64. Honestly, and I would agree with this, the general consensus is that this is pound for pound the best game that has been created in a very, very long time. Now, there are games that have come along and done that have done it better, but that is one of the, and honestly, I think that goes for me above even Mario Brothers 3. I think I would consider Ocarina of Time like my absolute top game that I've ever played. And that's not taking away from any of the other Zelda games because they're all really good. And there are some that I haven't even played yet. Like a lot of the ones on DS, I haven't played yet. And there were a few on, I've played most of the Game Boy ones, the Oracle's games and Link's Awakening. I played the original one. Yeah. The original Game Boy Link's Awakening, and then you guys probably got to see the replays on YouTube that I did for the re-release for the Switch. That game was really fun. To be honest, out of all of them, and even as good as Breath of the Wild was, I still look back at Ocarina of Time as the best in the series. And because honestly, without that, you wouldn't have gotten a game like Majora's Mask. And that one was another really good one. A really good concept, really good story, you know, despite the fact that, yeah, it did reuse a lot of assets from Ocarina of Time, but it didn't matter. It was a really good story. So I could put that one up there as well. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this clip from the Nerd Archive podcast. Be sure to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to catch the full episode, be sure to tune in every Friday on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and more. Also, be sure to follow the Nerd Archive Productions on all of our social platforms through the link in the description and become a part of our growing community. We look forward to interacting with each and every one of you there. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.